right, we rolling. You see me rolling. So I'm in the car because I can't go for a walk because it's kind of raining on and off. I don't get stranded and wet because I might melt. I just came back from the gym. We had a different Zumba teacher, Sonia. Sonia's cool. When I did aqua aerobics, she was the teacher. And she plays like 70s soul music, so that was cool. And she's like a hippie. I don't know if is that something wrong to say? You're a hippie? Or I don't know. She's nice. I like her. I like her style. And today our teacher, she had to teach at another gym, so then this one substituted for that one, and the main reason, I had two reasons I joined Zumba. One reason was, to get out the house and do something. And two, I like dancing. So, whatever. But, this Zumba, I don't know if it's across, maybe it's a worldwide thing, but Zumba is mostly women and moms. Right? So, this Zumba teacher comes in there and she's doing this thrusting motion. It's kind of vulgar. Now, don't get me wrong, if I'm in the club, or when I was in the club, that was my move. Whatever. But, it's a room full of moms, and I'm not doing it. So, half her routines were that move, just, And she looks at me, and she's like, I'm sorry. And no, it was fun. As it goes. So let's see, updates. My dad, he got into the program. He signed everything, so he's officially in, but it officially starts on the 1st, June 1st. That's great. We went to the facility on Wednesday, and it's pretty cool. It's like a daycare for elderly people, I guess. We played bingo. My dad won. I never saw my dad play bingo. I didn't think he knew how to play bingo. But we put the bingo sheet in front of him, and he was circling. So we had 4 games, and the first one, no. Second one, no. Third one, no. Then on the fourth one, he had to meet the physical therapy guy. So as he left, but I took the paper with me, and as I'm walking to, just be with my dad or whatever, I'm circling off, and as soon as we turned the corner, I heard number 7. I'm like, bingo! But, he won, but they didn't have any prizes, man. This is what we got. We got this CD. They had this cart of old shit that people left. And, why did I even take this one? I don't know why I took, but I picked this one. I haven't listened to it yet. Shout out to Carrie Jobe. Go check her out. I haven't heard it yet, but yeah. So that was cool. And my dad told a story. They're saying something, and he was like, "Yeah, I always thought my son would be famous. I never heard that before." Like, really? Imagine if I would have heard that like years ago, because we always had this tension. What are you doing with your life? But if he would have dropped, one day you're gonna be famous, that could have been the secret sauce. Like, why you up here, man? My dad said I'm going to be famous. But it's all love. It is what it is. And they were talking about how I'm all quiet and stuff. I don't talk and stuff. And I have a fan club. So the woman who's in charge, she actually watches this, but the woman who's in charge of like kind of liaison between my dad and the program, she saw one of my YouTube videos, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in your fan club. Yeah. So we're at we're at the facility, and there was this other worker, and I said I want to go home because we're like there for 5 hours, man. And then she was like, "What'd he say?" And then I'm like, "I want to go home." And she's like, "You'll go home soon enough." And then she was like, you know, he's a great rapper. He has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He's like a superstar. She's like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Come on, no," because at the moment, if you search me, you're gonna find this video. It's like, I know what people are gonna find, so I gotta make something to because I don't know, if you came from music and you see me talking about this is kind of meta. Like, he's talking about me watching him, but there's no music. But we'll figure it out. In the past week, I went to 2 open mics. I did take video of it. I'm not going to show you the other one. I don't know. They all look the same, more or less. I just do different stuff, working on honing my skills with my drum machine and my setup. It's getting better, man. Because the thing is, you go to a spot and they don't know how to, because a guitar, you just plug it in. But I'm coming with all these wires, so I gotta like do all this extra shit. So but I'm getting faster with it. Just getting there, plug it in there, trying to anticipate the connections they might have. So I'm almost there. Actually, I'm there, because last night I hooked it in. So, all right, the night before, I went to the spot. I did make a video, but I didn't upload it. So, or a video talking about the video that I didn't upload. So I went to the spot. It was the last night there. And I got there early. So it so happened that the order that you showed up was the order that you would play. And when I got in there was no one there except the other performers and their friends and me. So like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I do. It was outside this time on this like patio thing. And so then this couple showed up, like youngish looking, or at least they look like they would know some hip hop stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I'm trying to time it because, you know, they sit down, they order their food, they eat, and they're gonna bounce. And I'm like, come on, I want to get up there. And then another family came in, black folks. I'm like, now this is kind of, it goes either way, because, you know, on some Apollo shit, I might get booed, you know, whatever. So they brought their kids. So the guy before me, phenomenal artist, he was doing his thing. Like, he was singing the Bee Gees, and I knew the Bee Gees, and he sang it a cappella. I'm singing. So anyway, I get up there, we plug it in, blah, 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 blah. I forget to hit record on the camera because it's always like, gotta get the wires in there. And I do my thing. And the one couple, they like stopped and they looked over and they kind of pulled out the phone and they're just like, and then they go back to the thing and then they just leave. And then the other family, they eat their food and they leave. Of course, they look up to see who that guy is rapping or whatever. So then I stayed to watch everyone else perform because, one, I just, you know, there's not so many people there, so I want to support. You know, it's nice to perform in front of people. And 2, like, I'm absorbing, like, I'm seeing how people play the guitar. So when I try to replicate it, when I do it on the computer to get the nuances of, because I play basically on a keyboard. So I played the guitar sounds on a keyboard, but you can emulate the style of it or the strumming or all that shit. The next morning I made this track with this funky bass, and I played this guitar riff. It was like, some like bossa nova style. I made the video. It's on my Instagram. And so then it started getting cold because it was outside. So I leave and I come around the corner and I see the first couple who was there, and they're like, dude, who are you? Why aren't you signed? Where you come from? I'm like, I come from down the street. I live here. And they're just like, wow, when you were singing, my boyfriend was trying to check who you are. You sound like J. Cole. And I'm just like, my thought, of course, this is compliments, but I'm thinking, how comes this group, these people who don't know me, they just see me, they saw what I did, and they're just like, yeah, you sound like J. Cole. But all the people who actually know me, because I didn't do anything yet, I'm just, just dusting it off. I could do much more. They're like, oh, where can I find your contact? But, I mean, it is what it is. The people around you, they don't really see you until the world sees you. It's a thing. It's annoying. But, and then as she's telling, like, she was just so enthusiastic. These two other guys are like, yo, can I get your contact? Like, what a lot of people that I talk to don't understand. That's how, you build fans. You need people there to show their enthusiasm. It's a process, But, and then I left and I went home and yeah. And then last night, so the guy, his name is Sam. He told me about another open mic yesterday, Thursday. And, he's like, you should go out there. There's sometimes rappers there. It's open. It's an open mic. So I'm like, all right. So I checked. It's a little far from where it's in territory I'd never been. So I had no other plans. I mean, there was another open mic on Thursday, but this open mic is once a month. So I guess 3 times. Anyway, so I drive out there. I get there on time. And it's like a house. Someone's house converted into like just a community space, which is kind of cool. But when I walk in there, I didn't see anyone who looked like rappers, and it's a house, and I don't know if I always get that feeling. I don't know if they're gonna. So the list, it's a little sign up list. So I pick number 7, and I just leave the first things blank. 7's a good number. And as the night goes on, it's more country. And then one lady came up. She's like, I do churches. I do farmers markets. I even do funerals. And everyone was phenomenal. Everyone did their thing, So then I get up there and plug it in. And I always test to see how the drums are going to sound. And this house was just wired correctly. Like, it just sounded really nice. Nice bass, nice full sounds. And I think they had speakers going to, like, the backyard where they got a little fire pit. So you can hear the music wherever you are in the house. And I do my set. And, like, you can always tell when people are into it. Because people, like, they sit up straight and they put their ear to it, or they smile because they actually can hear the lyrics. Like the one song I did, I performed it, or I wrote it 15 years ago when I left America to go to Japan. And so when I'm saying my lyrics and I could see them connecting with it, like in this one, it's like, I would give you a piece of the earth. I'm not rich, here's a piece of the verse. But you know what that's worth? Enough money, you can take that to church. So I don't think they got that. But what I'm saying is, I would give you a piece of the earth. Diamonds come from the earth. All right? I would give you a diamond. I'm not rich. Here's a piece of the verse. So here's just the written vowels, right? The vowels. I love you. Let's get married. And you know what that's worth? Enough money, the valuable, that you could take it to church. We can get married on my word that I love you. You don't need a diamond. Like, I don't think anyone, but anyway. So, and it's not a fast rap. It's pretty slow. The second line is something like, and enough money, you could take that to church. But first, I'm here to remind you, don't look for love. Let that shit find you. But I always bleep out this shit because I don't want to offend anybody. I heard from a bird that it's also blind to. Love is blind. But they wouldn't know the Eve reference. But I think that's some like thing. Love is blind. I heard from a bird that it's also blind to, and birds and the bees making love. I heard from a bird that it's also blind to, so it might hurt when it pull up behind you. Now that's kind of, now on the surface it might hurt because, you know, when you, but then, you know, when you're making love, but anyway, so I'm just going through it, and yeah. Or in the second verse, I'm like, they say if it don't kill you, it makes you stronger. Now you got the strength to resist is harder. Picking up the phone not to call her. Only take a minute for y'all to holler about something that caused you misery. Never feel the magic even at Disney. Money can't buy you love. Look at Ben Affleck and Mr. P. Diddy, which the song is dated because now J-Lo and Ben Affleck are together again. But anyway, my lyrics, there's a rhyme and reason to it, which goes missed. But one day. Anyway, so and then I do this little thing now that I'm doing. So who knows where this sample's from? And then they're trying to guess it. When I did it the first time, usually they can guess it. I give hints, and it's funny, and I give them a little prize, and it's, you know, who does that? And then I do the sampling thing. Oh, I test it out and then throw it in there. You know, I mean, my idea was to make this interactive show, so that's what I'm gonna work on at these little open mics to get that all like there. And then the guy that I met the night before, he's like, yo, I'm gonna do this song. Can you come up and, you know, do a little freestyle to it? I'm like, okay, because I mean, this guy's cool, man. He like, he told me he was like, when he left the other night, he was listening to one of my songs, and he asked if the songs I sang are on Spotify. One is, the other one isn't. So the song comes up, and he's just, you know, he's doing his thing. He's kind of like, now I jump up there. I got a video of it. I jump up there, and I'm just like riffing off I don't even know what the song's about, but it was cool, man. It was a nice vibe, like nice vibe. And then after that, other performers were going on. There was this guy who did like country type music, and he's just, you know, talking to me, and he gets up there and like, just like, I'm asking people how long you've been performing. They're like, you know, 20 years, 30 years. Like, these are solid performers doing their thing. Then these two girls go up there, which I seen at another open mic, and like, they just like songbirds. And then one song, like, I'm listening to the lyrics, like, I wonder what song that was. And then her friend's like, and she wrote that song. And like, wow, they can write. So yeah, it was a good night. And I'm gonna post that video. I'm gonna do it in 360. I usually record everything in 360. So I'm gonna put the original, just a kind of flat looking one, and I'll put a link. So if you wanna scroll around and look at the crowd and all that. There was one thing though, they had a dog. They had dogs, it's their house, right? So there was two dogs there the whole night just doing their thing. Even one dog came up when I was like doing my thing, so I rapped about the dog doing his thing. And then I guess after like 10 o'clock, they let out the other dog. And this dog jumped up on me like, what's up? I guess he was saying. It kind of scratched me. So the rest of the night, I'm just standing up because I don't want. So then the guy who, I didn't know he lived there, because he didn't perform the whole night. But I noticed he didn't have shoes on, like he's in his socks. And I'm like, okay, he's comfortable, but it's his house. And he's like, do you like dogs? And I'm like, I don't hate dogs. I don't care for them jumping on me. I'm not going to be kissing dogs. Dogs won't be sleeping in my bed. I don't got a problem with dogs, you know, whatever. But yeah. But that's everything. My tooth hurts. It hurts, man. It's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4.5, I guess. So I'm happy so my new appointment is June 13th. I don't have a ride yet, but I talked to my adopted brother and he said he would take me. And one of the Zumba moms said she's gonna talk to the other Zumba moms and they're gonna set that up. But actually, here, let me see if I can zoom in there. Can you see that little dog right there? So I like those kind of dogs, little cute little dogs. They don't bother me. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna go down. And that's about it. That's everything in a nutshell. So as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. And I hope everyone is safe. We live in some crazy times, man. Crazy times. I always end and just keep talking. But like the shootings, like it's just because I'm a teacher. I was teaching kids, and it just pisses me off. Like I have, if you got an issue, you know, do what you got to do to yourself in your room where nobody, but to take it out on, I mean, it was like segue, right? I don't know, 4 years ago, maybe, I can't remember, but in Japan, there was an incident where some dude, like the kids were waiting on the bus to go to school. And some dude had a knife and he starts stabbing the kids and the parents. And it was just like, because it's Japan, you say, oh, Japan is so safe and da-da-da-da. So shocking to me. I'm thinking when I get to my school, there's going to be like counselors and people talking and it's just going to be like just a thing, you know? I get there and it's just like, it doesn't come up. Now, they might have, because they have teachers meetings and they might bring it up then. But for the rest of the day, I didn't hear nothing. And then when I went home and I was teaching adults. So I had an adult class and I brought it up like, yo, that's crazy. And they were laughing or smiling. Now they could be crying on the inside, laughing on the outside. I don't know their makeup like that. But they weren't, like, I literally was sitting there almost about to cry because I'm looking at my students and thinking if that shit happened. But yeah, so it's just a crazy world we live in, man. People, man. But yeah, so I'm gonna get in the house. I got some beat competitions I gotta handle. I found 3. I guess there's a bunch of them, but it's a good way to keep your skills sharpened, you know, do these little competitions. You don't have to win. You win if you complete it and submit it. Meaning you win because you're doing the work. And yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. Be safe, and yeah, I'll keep you updated with the life. And I don't know this person, but go check them out, because maybe fate, maybe this song you're gonna hear it and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this song changed my life. All right, peace.